Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Memo, YP7, bum. I gotta see the, let me do my, it's been a while since I done this. Let me see the daily event and see the volume. Begin, stage 5.8 miles, okay. I don't have much time, guys, I gotta catch qualifying 45 minutes later. Let's see how it is gonna be. It's been a while since I played the game, okay. I will keep on talking while playing, just so I can get the many men wish that upon. Oh shit. Okay, okay. Let me see the volume, please. How is it? Is the game too loud? If I speak a bit louder, I think it's gonna be better. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's good volume. Okay. Let me try now. Okay, let me try now. Okay, getting the hang of things again. But with the wrong car, I hope that's not gonna be a problem. Shit, I was fixing my keyboard. My bad, my bad. No. Okay, this is a long warm-up. I don't need this much of a warm-up. I also don't have the time for this much of a warm-up. I don't know what car I'm using, but it's got grip. We like that if you know what I mean. Terminal damage? What happens if I stay put? Okay, that's good. Okay, I got my warm-up. Bang, 2 rallies, 5 stages. Do I use the Lavage or I unlock this car? The Zetto has 190. I was thinking of Il Cavallo. 230. Do I try the Il Cavallo? Oh, that's cool. Or do I use the gay one? Let me go with the full black. Okay. Let me adjust my keyboard a little bit more. Okay. Let's begin. What depressing subject do I talk about today? Maybe like the first stage I warm up a little bit. Oh, okay, I can go through that. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, yeah. That was intentional. Oh no. Great turn. Great turn. Okay, not so great. Not as great. Unbelievable start. Okay, there is hay bales. That's good to know. Is my car broken now? I forgot this game is not easy. Oof. Is that extra cautious? Hell yeah it is. Or do I go straight jump? Bang. Okay, just one. Oh no. I definitely broke my car. The acceleration is not good, but it feels like the top speed is good. Okay, don't drive off the edge. I'm being extra careful to not do that. It didn't say no cut. I went inside. If you know what I mean. Is that a jump? Kind of. I think I took that well. I don't know. I know conservative, but I feel like I played this exact stage before. A second. By 2 seconds, fair enough. 6.5 miles. Oh my god. 3 times the size of this one. I gotta talk now. Okay. What do I talk about? Let me talk about how I cannot stop procrastinating if I'm not absolutely in like deathly crunch levels, you know? Like you give me you say, oh, tomorrow morning you gotta finish this preparation for an exam or presentation. Man, I'll give you the most productive 4 hours you've ever seen in your entire life. No human in history has been this productive than this efficient. You say, ah man, okay, you got time, or this is not mandatory. Literally, God himself cannot make me do that. You think I'm joking? I'm not. Ask God. I just cannot do it if I don't get to that last 5 hours or last night. And I know this is the case for a lot of people. But I just cannot seem to fix it. I don't know why. It doesn't matter how big the reward is gonna be if I finish it early. As long as there's no punishment to finishing it late. It just doesn't work. I don't know what my problem is. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I don't want to just be like, oh, ADHD, oh, autism, or bipolar. I got half of those things, but I don't want to just blame him, you know? And even if I do, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't find a solution. Because not only I should, I kinda have to. But I don't know how to. You know, then all those little tips and tricks doesn't work, you know? Oh, imagine that it is tomorrow. Yeah, but I know it's not real. My brain is not stupid. Let's not underestimate that. You know, I got a good imagination, but not enough to change reality. So, you know, I'm not underestimating my intelligence or my imagination. I'm just saying that I know what my brain thinks real and what is not real. And thinking that it is real doesn't make it real. My brain knows that. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I gotta find a fix somehow, or this cannot go on like this. You know, I can't graduate. It's my last year. I've gotten to this point. I'll find a way to graduate, but you know, life is much more than graduating. I hope. If not, then it's gonna be a sad life. But I'm optimistic. I know I sometimes give a negative vibes in my monologues, but that's mainly because I talk about problems, and problems are seen as negative, which they often are. I am very optimistic about the future. I don't believe in a dystopian future projection. It doesn't mean that I believe in a utopia. I just don't believe in a dystopian future, both for myself and the world. Oh, come on. Okay. I don't know. Like, don't tell me, oh, Pomodoro timer. Oh, do a checklist. Oh, get away from the distraction. Man, the distraction is me. I cannot get away from me, because me is the thing that's supposed to do something, but me is also the distraction. So if you cannot find a way to separate me in half, then you cannot find a way to get me away from the distraction. So don't tell me, oh, go to this and that, because I tried literally locking myself in the bathroom, so I'm away from the distraction. But guess what? I'm still there. So this distraction is still there. So give me another solution. I'm second again. Oh, repair. Thank God. Oh no. Oh, it's nighttime. I thought my computer crashed. Oh, it's only car? Clean car, okay. It's nighttime. I didn't see how long the rally was. I don't think I ever done a nighttime rally. And as you can see. Okay, it's gonna be a bit more difficult actually. I probably need to focus more. But I'll continue to yap. Or do I? Oh, no, 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 no. Shit. Okay. Okay, maybe I don't. Oh, it's a short rally. Let me try to focus. Because I'm not good enough yet to yap in a nighttime rally. Okay, don't crash that. 2. Oh. Okay. Where is it? Oh, left. Oh, it's a very short rally. It means that that 5 seconds will be punished even more. Okay, that's not good. I haven't won a single one yet. Toilet emergency. I feel you. I feel the exact same thing right now. Okay. Is there a way to time the start, or do you just... Don't give me a corner cut. Okay. Not an ideal start, but we kinda saved it. Nice. Oh, okay, I'll take that. These don't feel ideal, but they kind of work. But they are very slow, I can tell. I cannot cut that probably. I did. The Scandi Flick, this is too narrow for or wide for a Scandi Flick. I'm not gonna act like that was intentional. Okay. I like this car though. Stratos is always gonna be my goat. But I like the Il Cavallo. Oh shit. The jump. I had to be careful. I had to be a little bit. Okay. Okay. Not doing that badly. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I know I'm still not talking about anything but the game, but I'm kinda locked in. Look at that. I was gonna take it even more risky, but... No, 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 no. Save it. I'll take that, I'll take that. Yes. No, no. Don't hit the rock. Okay. This is a clean run so far. Because I'm being very slow, that's why it is a clean run. I know. But hey, at the end of the day my point still stands. Can I cut this? I didn't cut it. Okay. Is this the end? It is, okay. Don't crash now. Yes, yes, that's a clean run. Clean, that has to be first. Second, what? I must be dominating the rally. Yeah, a minute. I'm not feeling good in my stomach, not gonna lie. There's a big congestion. Not that you want to know, but I feel like I'm gonna throw up or shit myself. But yeah, thank God nobody's watching it, and I'm sure nobody will ever see this. So. Okay, I'm locked in again. For the last rally, I cannot choke this. I'm kinda getting the hang of the game now. After 4 episodes. And with this car. Like, I'm starting down more clean runs and better turns and stuff. You're seeing this too, right? And being a little bit more cautious, I'm aware. But being able to be a bit more cautious is also a part of the game. You know, not over pushing is part of the game. It's part of racing. Is that a jump? Okay, that's a bit too much. Shit. That's the jump. That goes right. I see the line. Okay, too much. But the jumps can really spin you around. So I don't mind being a bit safe there, you know. Okay, I want a bit more top speed from you, man. You can't be redlining this quickly. No. Shit. I think that's not the worst mistake. We can deal with that. Nah, that's a bad turn. Come on. I get a little bit more that I can just focus on. Okay, that's not good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's not breakable? Okay. Good to know. What happens if I press tab? Should I try? At the end I'll try, how about that? Oh, my car is turning left. When I tab doesn't end. Okay, my car is broken. The suspension is broken. And I won? Walter Roll? I beat Walter Roll, guys. Rally Indonesia. First. Stage wins 1. Okay, give me a repair, please. Oh no. 6.7 miles? With a broken car? Or does it repair automatically with the new rally? I think it auto-repaired. I'm in Kenya. We changed servers, if you know what I mean. We were in Africa. Now we're in Kenya. Oh no. Yeah. Now you might ask, is there something that made you think of this procrastination issue? Because I know you care about this a lot, but yeah, of course there is. Because there's something that I really need to do. Like something absolutely life-changing. Life-changing, I mean. That big of an opportunity. But it's not like an exam that's due tomorrow. Like the punishment is a lack of a good thing, not a punishment. And there's technically not an official urgent deadline. That's why I just cannot get myself to do it, even though the potential reward is literally life-changing. The punishment is just not having that reward. Which, oh, I thought there was a little jump there. Which should be, like when you look at the net outcome, because it is not a negative, you know, the expected value is never a negative, which it kind of is when you fail an exam or a course. It just doesn't hit the same. Oh, that could have been just one turn. Yeah, that's the problem. This is a life-changing project that I can be a part of. Doing data science, which is what I want to do in the first place. which my brain is just amazing at it at already, because just my pure autism works like my whole life. I think of everything as data science, my interactions, the games I play, everything. I think of the friendships as data science. I don't try to. That's just people always say, oh, don't try to overthink it. Don't try to make everything mathematics and graphs and lines and numbers. It's like, imagine you see something. You're not colorblind and you see a rainbow. And I say, hey, try not to see the colors. Try not to see the colors, okay? Try not to see red. Like, don't see. And I tell you, but you say, I see the rainbow, I see the red and the yellow and the blue. I say, no. Try not to see the blue. Like, that doesn't make any sense to you, right? Because you don't try to see the blue. You just see the blue, right? It's the same thing as me when you say, oh, don't try to overthink it. Don't try to imagine a number or a graph and you hear this. No, I'm not trying to. Just like how I see blue, just like how you see blue, I overthink in your definition, which for me is just thinking. Or imagine somebody with perfect pitch, right? And oh, don't try not to think of the note. Like, they don't try to. Just like how you see color, they see the note. Or same with like synesthesia or whatever other example you want to give. So I hate it when people do that. Oh, try not to do that. Bitch, I'm not trying to. I just do it. That's how I naturally think. And I hate it when I think of something and they're like, oh, don't overthink it. I am not overthinking it. I am not overthinking it. You are not thinking it. Okay, just because you're not thinking about it enough doesn't mean that I'm overthinking. I don't know, I just hate it so much. Oh, don't overthink it. How about you think about it a little bit, huh? Instead of saying me that I shouldn't do it, how about you do it a bit more? You get on my level instead of me stooping down to your level. Okay, that's a bit too aggressive maybe, but I'm just angry about it. That doesn't mean that my point is incorrect, okay? I know quite often they're right, and I am actually overthinking it and I'm doing too much, but quite often I'm not doing that. Quite often they are lacking some thought. Let me go back to my rally game. Let me finish this level. I have 4 more rallies to go, and roughly like 10-15 minutes to do it, so it seems doable. To get these racing lines, oh my god, I'm so good. I wanted to go full speed. It was a bad idea, I admit. Okay, it was a bad idea. I wanted to go full speed. I'm sorry. Yeah, that crash. Forget pace nose. That crash. Oh, 7.4 miles and I got damage. This is probably the longest one I've done so far. I need something to yap about. Yeah. Why do you, like, when people are dystopian or utopian, optimistic or pessimistic, whatever you want to say, positive and negative, where do you think it comes from? Like, when I think about, don't get me wrong, we are humans and we're not just doing future projections based on the past. Okay, we're not like just okay, let me go. I believe that every human action and thought and ability can be described by some formula and some algorithm, because it is the brain, which is just an algorithm running computer. But what I'm trying to say is that algorithm isn't just what you see or what is seen as mathematical. It isn't just, oh, the graph is going up, so it is going to continue to go up. That might be the mathematical conclusion, if that makes sense. But our brain isn't just that, you know. You might be like, oh, but I feel like it's going to go down, right? Or you have unlimited amount of biases, and I can try to give you all the names and the cool sounding Latin terms, even if I knew what they were. But you know, those get in the way of just pure numbers, and that is what makes you human. Those are a part of humans. But what I mean is, like, you see maybe a positive trending thing, and you have like an unlimited amount of positive examples and a few bad ones, you're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna go so bad. It's like we have an like uncountable examples of humans solving complex problems, however you define as complex, like from figuring out how to farm to splitting an atom. But we see like a couple times where in the relatively short term we caused a problem, or global warming, or the ozone layer, and people will be like, but look, because of these and the corporate greeds, the whole future is bad. And look at every single time in history of mankind or humankind where the potential could have been bad for the future. And my car is so slow, by the way. Look at every time where we could have destroyed the world, where every time we could have gotten stuck at some great filter of sorts. And without, oh, what the hell? And without any exception, every single time we managed to solve the problem, get through the filter, and fix whatever problem we had. Every single time. There isn't a single instant of it in mankind, humankind, where we did not manage to overcome a problem. So just based on that, I don't see a problem that humans can face that we cannot solve. Because every single time we did, we solved it. So just based on that, I'm not saying we're not gonna cause any problems. If again, just based on the past numbers, we are definitely gonna cause problems for ourselves, for the planet, for other animals. But based on everything else, again, we managed to solve those problems. And just based on that, I'm not. So I was looking at the achievement. Just based on that, I'm positive and optimistic about the future. I don't believe that we'll ever have a utopia, however you define that. But I also don't believe in a dystopia. Because humans are better than that. Not just based on my feelings, but everything else that has ever happened. And I think it's time we give humans a little bit more credit than we actually get right now. Because we deserve a lot more. Look at everything else we did. And we overcame. Have a little bit of faith. And I don't mean it necessarily religiously. But like hope is what I mean as faith. And similar with myself. The reason why I'm optimistic about my future is very similarly. Every single time I faced a problem and a challenge, I overcame that. I became better, I solved it, and I managed to continue better than how I started before facing the problem. Even if I went down, even if the problem brought me down, when I came back up, I was better than before. And I know that sounds like very cringy and cliche motivational bullshit, but that's how it is. That's how it is. You know, I look at the times where I thought I was gonna fail a class, and I see how almost every single time when I didn't give up, I passed. I look at times where I thought I wouldn't be able to finish a level, and I did. I look at how recently I was pretty much as depressed as a human can get, and I thought, oh, my future is never gonna account to anything, I'll never have friends, I'll die a virgin. And I didn't solve all those problems yet, especially the last one, but everything else I did. And that was the time where I had the least amount of hope possible for a human can have about their own future. It literally, theoretically, cannot get lower than that. Even when I had lost hope, I managed to bring it back up. And you want me to believe that that person is not gonna be able to find a job, make money, you know? Every single time I thought the challenge was difficult. It might be learning how to play chords in the guitar, learning how to code. That's a Kenya flag, because we're in Kenya. Every single time I thought maybe I wouldn't, you know, I couldn't, or like the challenge might have been, as I said, playing chords a guitar, or speaking English, or learning how to code, or do structural analysis or something. Guess what? I did it. I tried and I did it. So genuinely, as long as it is humanly possible, I don't believe that there is anything that I cannot do when I try. Anything. If it is humanly possible, I believe that if or when I try, I can do it. Now, do I want to try? Will I try? That's something different. But when or if I try, I can do it every single time. And I believe that with my whole heart. My entire heart and brain, I believe that. Just as I said, just a purely statistical analysis, a data analysis. Oh, that's a solid animal. Yeah, so just like how I did before, I'm gonna overcome these challenges as well. Me talking about them doesn't mean that I believe that I can never solve them or overcome them. It just means that I'm going through those right now. You know, more important, less important, serious and not so serious. Those are different topics. But it just means that I'm going through them and they're affecting me. But it never means that I believe that I can't solve them. Once again, never won a stage. Suspension, radiator, drop cigarette, wall to roll. That's in character. Oh, the 6 mile. Man, I just wasted that yapping on a short track. Okay, I still need a repair, I think. That animal really damaged my... That's Tanzania, right? Tanzania, if you're American. Oh, what are these rock formations? They look cool. Like very basic polygons in Unity or something, I know, but they look cool, nonetheless. What else I can yap about? Oh, let me talk about this for the next 5 miles. Sorry for using dumbass units, by the way, but that's what the game gives me. Can I change it to kilometers? Oh, let me actually look at it in the settings after this race. Oh no. Okay, so a little story about what I study is I study engineering, right? But in the beginning, I wanted to study computer science and do data analysis and work on AI before like this whole ChatGPT thing. That was my goal. I took like classes about it on the internet and stuff. I got a certificate from Stanford University, like that it means anything. But yeah, I just was being such a stupid guy and didn't study for the university exam, the university entrance exam of my living place. And because of that I failed. And I know failed is also, in this case, very subjective. Because if you look at what I'm studying right now and where I ended up, literally 99% of the people envy. And every single time I talk about it, they say, oh, well, that's great, I wish I was there. You know, not to boast, but that's how it is. And I am also... Okay. Come on, man. A great interruption. I'm also aware that what I'm studying and where I am is great. And I'm, feeling that more and more as time goes on. But at the end of the day, I know that that is not what I wanted in the beginning. This was a compromise. Whatever I got from the score, this was, in my opinion, the best decision I could have made. Well, no, it didn't feel like that at the time. For the first 2 years, one of my reasons for that heavy depression I talked about. But now it does, and I see the value of it more and more. But one of the reasons why I was so depressed about it is because whatever this engineering thing is, specifically what I'm doing, was nowhere near what I planned on or wanted and dreamed of before the university exam and the selection. That's why I was so upset about it. As I said, I wanted data science and AI. Well, when I was taking a course last year that had nothing to do with data science, nothing to do with AI, I mean, like maybe as far away you can get from those topics in all the courses I'm taking. This might be the furthest away from those topics. The professor says in the middle of the class, hey, afterwards, like during the break, can you come and talk to me? Let's have a conversation. I go to him and he says, hey, you know, me and this other professor that I also knew, we're working on a project with the like meteorology ministry or something. What we're doing has nothing to do with this thing. We're pretty much doing pure data science, and we are working on our own AI models and stuff. Would you like to be a part of it? And he tells, nice. And I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was the thing that I wanted 4 years ago, and it was depressed heavily. One of the reasons why I was depressed heavily, because I couldn't get it. And 4 years later, in something that was as unrelated as you can get to that, this person gives me that opportunity and says, hey, there you go, do it. And it's exactly what I wanted as well, pretty much. And now, let me connect the two topics. What I talked about previously about procrastination is that I'm kind of giving this test case, this work, this entry-level beginner trial. And there's no urgency to it, a little bit I guess, but no official deadline. There's no punishment if I don't do it, but I'm just procrastinating way too much of doing that work. And that's what I mean. I got my dream responsibility, if that makes sense, and now I'm procrastinating doing it. Whatever, let me go back to the positive story. So this, I had given up on that dream, on this opportunity. Not say giving up, but I was aware that it was no longer as plausible. So I tried to make other dreams, like I tried to look at other things that I can do to like put them higher up in the priority list. And out of nowhere, just by like being in the class, paying attention, trying to, you know, be a part of it, randomly I'm given this opportunity. So you know when people say, oh, you never know what's gonna happen, like things come out of nowhere, opportunity comes out of nowhere, you know, out of nothing it can happen. That's literally what happens. And you know also the cliche saying, what is it, like success is when opportunity meets luck. And I'm not saying I have success, but let's for this case define me getting this this offer as success. Okay, the opportunity. No, sorry. Wait, what? No. Okay, let me. But they say opportunity is when preparation meets luck. Right? Yeah, that's how it is. So I mixed it up. Or success is when preparation meets luck. Opportunities when preparation meets luck. Whatever, one of those two. Yeah, I'm given this thing, as I said, we can define success or opportunity as the things that I'm offered. And I got lucky. I got lucky that my professor on this subject that had nothing to do with what I wanted happened to be one of the 2 professors out of 100 in my university that is working on this project. That's purely lucky. My engineering courses have nothing to do with it. The course that I'm taking specifically has nothing to do with it. But this professor happened to have something to do with it. But where is the preparation? Well, 1, I am literally in the best university in the country. That's preparation. 2, I was, even though I really didn't care about or didn't want to do what the course was offering, I was maybe the person that was like caring about and listening and participating in the class more than anybody else, even though I had no expectation or no desire to get something in return other than learning. And the professor saw that, and that's one of the reasons why he wanted to give me the opportunity, because he saw how much I was participating and how clever I was in this university, right? So, that's the end. So that was the preparation. Me participating, me attending every single class, me being there, being in that university. But the luck was being taking that course from that professor, taking that course. If those things didn't meet, out of nowhere, that seems like fully luck, wouldn't have happened. That's just crazy to me. I know that's cliche, I know that's cheesy, but it turns out all the cheesy things that they are saying is cheesy for a reason, because they are true as they get. By the way, I won by 2 minutes. Yeah, I did manage the app for an hour. That's an improvement in my streaming ability as well, so there you go. Well, I had to leave now. I'm gonna watch the qualifying. I unlocked the Ford Escort. No, RS 2000. Whatever it is. Oh, that's a good car. There you go. I finished it. Group 4. You got the Mini? Oh no, that's the Renault. My bad. Let me watch the trailer. Oh, that's how you're supposed to take those corners. Le Cinq. It's Renault 5. Le Cinq. French 5, I know. Le Cinq. Das Whip. That's the Volvo? Let's see what they called it. Turbo Pre. Nice. Oh, how did he say that? Oh, that's the car, right? That's the car that you want. Das Uber. That's the 1M? M1, right? What's that? I can't see it. Cozy, yeah, it's the Cosworth. I cannot see what it is again. The original. Oh, that's the Toyota. Oh shit. Group 4. Drivecraft. What does that mean? Okay, the cars are cool. Nice. Okay. I can't wait for Group B. Yeah, okay, I'll play that next episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Which right now is nobody, but in the future.